Ted Nugent's one of my favorite. True Americana, 50 million plus records sold. I met him before, and he's been on the show. I've been on there 23 years. He's been on the show since about 18, 19 years ago, probably 50 times. And he's invited me to his house like 10 years ago, and it's not that I didn't want to go do it, but it's kind of like Ted Nugent's invited to your house outside Waco, and you're kind of like, okay. And then he's invited me. His wife's amazing. She's a listener. You know, we talk all the time off air. But to go to his house, and he drives the same black Hellcat I do, but he got one before they came out that's 800 plus horsepower, not 700. And it's like the same interior that he chose and everything. It's like, this is getting weird. It was like probably 100 of these cars. He's got one of them.
180 on the track.
Yeah, his car is like a souped-up Hellcat. I've got a regular one, but the same black Hellcat, same interior that we chose, had like 10 interiors. It was like, same Hellcat, same interior. I was like, they told me only like 3 other guys got the same interior out of the choices they got. And Nugent's one, there's one other guy. So I'm like at his house going, okay, this is getting really weird. And he's got this really humble house, you know, and his wife's amazing. And he did more than 6,000 interviews in 2016 for the president. 6,000. He worked like 15 hours a day. And he's so cool because he's straight edge. He's never drank a beer. He's never smoked marijuana. He's never done nothing. He's 70, and he looked like he was about 50, and he could kick my ass. I mean, he's not trying to act like
70. He doesn't look 70.
In person, though. I mean, when he's trying to act, you think he's trying to act all crazy when you see him on TV? No, he's a maniac, dude.
Well, shoot, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Keith Richards, too, but look at Keith Richards, you know, compared to Ted Nugent.
Well, Nugent is a High Norse name of the Vikings that took over France and England. So, I mean, Nugent's a big Viking. That's what he is. Anyways, the point is that I'm not kissing his ass because people say, oh, that was a guy big in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, whatever. No, that's even bigger now on tour. The only way music industry makes money is on tour. And I happen to read trade publications, so I saw it. Nugent sells out 20,000-seat deals consistently. He can sell out 50 in bigger cities. He is in the top 10 of folks you want to be on the trail because all of his base that wants to come out. He told me off record, and a lot of stuff. On record, I can say this. We're going to be able to have more of the clips tomorrow during the show. We've got, like, with all 3 cameras, like, 6, 7 hours of footage, but 2.5 hours of footage total on each camera. He told me what was going on, showed it all to me. Tens of millions of dollars he's turned down just the last year and a half since Trump got elected. Because they put up with it before that. But since Trump got in and he's on the NRA, they said, deny all this and turn against it. Doesn't matter, you can sell out every arena you're in. You are banned from touring. And he said, Alex, I've got 7 kids, 14 grandkids. It's all on video. He said, I don't care. And it was so intense. Like, I've been around a lot of people who put off an aura. I've been around Trump. His wife puts off an amazing aura. But on others. But with Nugent, the time I met him, he had a cowboy hat on. He was going to interview somebody. We talked a little bit. He was kind of crazy and amped up because that was the enemy. But the guy's like a living jack-o'-lantern or something in a good way. I mean, he's like wild. And he's not putting on an act. He is wild. He's the spirit of Americana. That's why they hate him. And so we bitch about having our sponsors banned and them trying to kick us off YouTube with our billions of views and all the lies and, paying people. They admit paying people to say credible asinine crap. And, oh, man, what we've already discovered with our people on the ground, this is going to blow up in that Hillary lawyer's face big time. But that's a side issue. But to then, I mean, his behind-the-scenes meetings with Trump that I can't get into. He says Trump's totally, when he goes to the anti-gun stuff and hears from them to show how radical they are when they call for the full ban. And I was given all the inside baseball. And I already knew it. And I was given the NRA inside baseball. By the way, they brought in more members than ever. They're not being hurt by all the boycotts. It's the lie. But Nugent, because he's tied into the entertainment industry, he's the only guy who he's given up $40 million the last year and a half. He didn't tell me that. I misquote. Excuse me. I mean, that is awesome. He's a hero, man. I love Ted Nugent. I loved his music, and I loved him, and I loved his spirit. But being with him for 3 hours, I mean, I knew Charlton Heston, and he was a great gentleman, a great patriot. But Charlton Heston was great. But I'm telling you, Ted Nugent is 1776. I got to tell you, that guy is being underutilized, just like Chuck Norris, who I know behind the scenes is really a huge patriot, but is too humble to be the leader. I mean, Ted Nugent is it. Well,
and the Ted Nugent example where he's being, and this happens in all industries.
Hey, who would turn down $40 million? And he didn't want me to say the names of the companies, any of it. He wants to work it out. I mean, this guy, he doesn't need it, but I know people that know him. He is one of the big, he doesn't want this said. He didn't tell me this. Nugent really is a big conservative bleeding heart. Nugent gives something like 1/3 of his earnings to children and orphanages and real stuff. He's the real deal. He's a maniac.
And so, but they don't want to have him make a bunch of money, right? You don't want that guy to make money because he likes the Second Amendment.
He sells out. I've already read about it before I ever did. You're going to a venue at 20,000 in Austin, and it's Ted Nugent and a bunch of other I mean, it's sold out. He has one of the highest rating continual deals that he's banned in America.
But this is what the entertainment industry has done. They have their liberals at the top, a consortium.
Authoritarian scum.
And so they run the music industry, the television industry, the entertainment. I mean, it's all of it, the acting.
They with computers, deny the veterans health care and just let them die from operable stuff. These people are scum, and they fear anybody real. And so they fear Ted Nugent.
And so they say, all right, you know what, Ted Nugent, this is a guy. You know what, Ted, we're more powerful than you, buddy. We're not going to let you get that big show. You're not going to earn that $40 million this time around unless you want to come out and say the NRA is bad and you want to disavow gun ownership. And so Nugent gives him a big fat middle finger. And
Ted Nugent was like a 6'2" elf. I mean, he looked like an alien, dude. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. He looked like he was totally real, totally energetic. None of it was fake, and I felt powerful in his presence. I'm not. People know I don't BS. I felt stronger in Nugent's presence as a man. That's 1776, baby.
But think about, you know what
he's proud they did this. He doesn't care about that. He's already, so successful, 50 million records or whatever. But just that's what we're facing. We're facing real authoritarianism. We'll play the clips when we come back. But sorry, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just so damn honored to be in the same league. Even though I'm not in the same, strata, we're in the same league, brother. Our listeners are. We're in the league of people that aren't scumbag criminals, that aren't authoritarians, man.
I mean, this is the Second American Revolution. I mean, these are the new founding fathers. I mean, that's what Ted Nugent is. That's what Alex.
We got some of the video. We were shooting bows. He was hitting over and over again in a pattern the size of a quarter. And I'm good with a bow, and I was shooting in a pattern like that. I mean, it's just, I was sitting there. It's just amazing.
Ted Nugent, though, is not the only one that's been blackballed like this. Ted Nugent isn't the only one that's been financially strangled like this. They do this to any conservative in the music industry or in the, arts and culture industry.
But it makes us blood brothers that we've been through this persecution, because our forebears at Ticonderoga, drug giant guns, 80-something miles, I forget. Look up Ticonderoga. These were the biggest guns in the Western Hemisphere. They were like tens of thousands of pounds, and their shoes were just old leather shoes. They fell apart dragging them. In the last 20 miles, there was blood everywhere. And those guys were so strong, they drug. That's why some of our ships are named Ticonderoga 1, 2, 3, because that just means indomitable. And they took the mountain, they took the big guns that controlled the harbor, and they hauled them back to use. And I mean, so yeah, Ted Nugent's great, but like he said to me yesterday, he said, man, we're together manning Concord Bridge, and he means it.
Well, you've got Anthony Sabato Jr., who gets excommunicated from television because he's a conservative, so he's going to run for Congress.
Exactly. Suppressing us only makes us, exactly. And a top globalist once told me off record, you will adapt to submitting. No, we will adapt to conquering your ass.
And Stacey Dash just announced that she's going to be running for Congress as well, another actress that gets blackballed from the Hollywood industry because she's conservative. So that's fine, but that is the answer.
Maximize your potential and take your body back with Super Male Vitality. We're breaking the conditioning and fighting back against the globalists' war on male vitality. Our ultimate non-GMO formula is sourced from powerful organic herbs that have been gathered from around the world and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. InfoWars Life wants to bring you the highest quality products. Our unique combination of ingredients is designed to assist the body in regulating proper balance and creating superior vitality in males. Support your body and mind and take yourself to the next level. Boost your vitality and energize your life. Take control of your body. Grab a bottle of Super Male Vitality today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.